Hey guys, it is Slashback Saturday again, and the theme that Joe the Horror Man is set for this week is titled Slasher Sequels, and by sequels he means the second part of the series, so part twos. And the film I've chosen to review this week is titled Chromeskull, Laid to Rest Part 2. Now this is a sequel to Laid to Rest. I'm not really a big fan when sequels do this, where they switch up the title a little bit. This kind of reminds me how the first Rambo film was called First Blood, and when they made the sequel, they switched it to Rambo and started calling it like that. So, so essentially, this is Chrome Skull Laid to Rest Part Two. Now, this film picks up mere moments after the end of Part One, where the killer has been pretty much dispatched. Now, and then the final girl and this guy, they kind of get away, drive off in the car. Now, the thing about this film is the Chrome Skull character. He's this crazy madman, and he has this digital video camera um, on his shoulder, and he's recording all these crimes and murders that he makes. And he wears this Chrome Skull mask, and essentially his face has been decimated at this point. But it turns out that not only is he like a maniac, he's also super rich, and he has a team of doctors and assistants, and they show up on at the site, and they actually kind of rescue him back from the dead. And then he pretty much spends most of the rest of the movie recovering. And while this is going on, his number one assistant, played by Brian Austin Green, he's trying to tie up loose ends from the people that survived the first film. And there's another number two assistant, played by Danielle Harris, and both her character and Brian Austin Green character, they're not getting along, and they really want to be Chrome Skull's number one assistant. So that plays into this one a little bit. Now, this film was directed by Richard Hall, and he was a special makeup effects artist, and he worked on the Terminator TV series, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And Brian Austin Green obviously was in that as Carl Reese's brother, and Thomas Dekker is in this movie. He was in the first as well, and he in the TV show he played young John Connor, and in the first film, Lena Headey had a cameo in the first film as well. This is a really interesting horror sequel because it actually builds upon the previous film. They could have just went ahead and just did a rehash where Chrome Skull for simply shows up again and starts chasing after somebody else. Because this film gets into the inner workings of his organization that he has. It's really weird. They don't really tell what he does. He's just a rich guy, and he's got people working for him, and they're all helping him with his hobby of murdering women for some reason. This is a very gory film, and like almost every kill is super gory, and there's some great kills in it as well. And then Brian Austin Green in the film, he has these people commission this special knife for him, and it's got like I think it's got 5 blades on it, and it's also has like some kind of spring. It's spring loaded, so you can kind of maneuver it. So you can either throw it like a throwing star, or you can have all the blades side by side. It's a really cool weapon, and there's some really great kills with that weapon in the film as well. Um, this is a really awesome film. I really did enjoy this one. The one thing that kind of annoyed me with this film, though, was this film is also a police procedural where the police are investigating the new murders, and there's also a young girl that's been kidnapped, and they're trying to find her as well. And the thing is, when the police finally do catch up with the Chrome Skull killer and Brian Austin Green's character, they're really dumb about it. Like they have the drop on these guys most of the time, and they don't take the shot. Especially when you hear about all these shootings that happen today, and these guys, they obviously know they're dealing with a serial killer, and it's been established that he's proficient enough that he took out a whole police station in the previous film, but they just don't shoot him. But I guess what you gotta do, you keep the movie going. This one ends open-ended, and this one even has a post-credit sequence, like a Marvel movie. It's a shame that they hadn't made any more of these. Like this film was from 2011, and the first Laid to Rest film was from 2009. So the director has made another film since then. I think it was 2014's Fear Clinic, and that one starred Robert Englund. and a couple other people that were also in the Terminator TV series. But for some reason, he hasn't done anything since, like in terms, at least in terms of this series or horror films. So I'm hoping that at some point that they do make a third film, because this one's left open ended, and it's kind of like a cliffhanger. So I don't know. So that's my review for Chromeskull, Laid to Rest Part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will put a link to Joe's review for this week in the description box. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you all next time.